Right then, okay, here we here we go. Second attempt at this video. This is another video about the indie strategy game production line that I'm making. I'm Cliffsky from Positech Games. This is a car factory simulation game, and this is another video about it. So I thought I knew what I was going to talk about this time because I knew what I was putting in, and then animations went in, so I'm going to also talk about that. I shall sort of set things going. I've got a real backlog in my factory, so nothing's moving here at the moment except that little guy scratches his head now and then, or looks to the left. But the car should move, and here we go, and the robot should then suddenly animate. So that's new, that we put any animation in at all, and it took longer than you'd think because there's a lot of compression involved, because I want it to be very efficient in terms of texture memory and stuff like that, to have animations in the game that can have a lot of variety, and hopefully also that you can have a great big factory, loads of animations going on, and it will still run fine if you've got you know, a fairly old graphics card or an old PC, because I think that's quite important to support that kind of thing. And the reason it took so long is that each robot is actually drawn in 16 separate chunks, and you can't tell which is what took so long, so that enables me to not draw everything. So I don't have this normal thing that 2D game developers have, where you have a sprite sheet with all the frames. I don't do that. I do it in a sort of compressed format that I wrote myself, and I think it works pretty well. I don't think you can tell, and by the time you compress the animations and then zip the file for like downloading from Steam or something, they're tiny. So so that's really good. Yay, we've got animations. The animations only work at one angle at the moment. I'll fix that today, meaning that like you can see this little guy here occasionally scratches his head, and this guy doesn't because he's facing a different way, and the animations don't work in that direction yet, but they will do. Also, why is he scratching his head if he's got a hat on? All the hats are itchy hats, so we're going to have a research less itchy headwear or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I wasn't meant to be talking about that because this suddenly went in because I got the first animation artwork. There's some extra little bits and bobs around the place. Where's it? Like that yellow container there's new. There's some new things in like that. Graphically, if you zoom out, it does this. Whoa. So everything is suddenly kind of like symbolic. I haven't actually removed the artwork under it yet. So I don't have all the icons yet, which is why these are all boxes. But if I look here, where it's sort of light green and there's a tyre there, I need to fine tune this. You can see, oh well, that's where the tyres are being done. So you can then zoom in and go, yep, here we are, fit tyres. So rather than zooming out and going, well, I have no idea what's going on, you'll have a kind of iconic view, which will hopefully make the game easier to play when you've got a really big factory. But the thing that I've actually been working on are these things here, supply stockpiles. Now, at the moment they're hard-coded to only request and supply steel. So what these are like caches. So you can put these down, and eventually there'll be a GUI where you can say, I want this to fill up with steel, or I want half steel and I want half engine valves or whatever. So what this will do is it will maintain like a bigger stockpile closer to where stuff's being used. So you can see I'm trying to always keep that full of steel, and when people here need steel, it comes from there rather from there, which is much further away and will take longer. So my whole bottleneck here is actually down here, valves, which come in these unvalve-like boxes. I'll fix that. And the problem is they come along here, here, blah blah. So they come in from here. Here they come. And they take forever to get there, and there's only a small stockpile here of valves, and I think we've got 4 or 8 in each car, so there is a bottleneck. So what I want the player to be able to do is to sort of spot that and go, right, well, we'll have a stockpile here, and we'll tell it to always keep loads of valves in it, so we'll keep that topped up, and therefore we never kind of like run out here. We're always reloading here. And that will optimize the flow of your factory, and you wouldn't have this hideous backlog here. So those are the 3 things that have gone in the last week. So we have very basic animations that need a lot of fine tuning. We have a few new props and stuff like that. We have the supply stockpile stuff, and we have the zoom out thing. That was done in a week. I think that's good for a week. Yeah, because we had a few technical issues with the animations, and there's a lot of asset processing as well. So there you go. This is production line still. It's still in development. I'm Klifsky from Positech Games. Thank you for watching this video.